Hi, I'm Scott, your joint pain specialist from San Jose, California, and today we're going to talk about posture maintenance, okay? So we're going to talk about the muscles that usually contribute to having poor posture and the muscles that are weak that contribute to poor posture, okay? So the first one was the strong muscles of poor posture, and then the weak muscles of poor posture. And then we're going to go over exercises and mobility stuff that's going to help improve and maintain good posture. They're the most popular exercises on the web. So without further ado, let's get to the workout. Okay, so here we are looking at the general posture workout, okay? So this is really important in order to maintain good posture. It's great that you have good posture, but you want to also maintain good posture by doing these simple exercises. Some of them are being done weekly, some are being done daily. Now, this doesn't mean this is the only exercises that you can do. You can actually use these and incorporate them into your current workout routine, okay? So if posture is important, then you're going to want to do these exercises first. It's the first thing you want to do with your workout, okay? Priority should go whatever your focus is. You do that first, and then you progress into further unimportant exercises, okay? Now, I want to explain to you, notice how all these different exercises here, okay, they're all things that have to do with strengthening and opening up for the backside of your body. Now, why is that? Well, here's a sample of our all the muscles that help stabilize your spine. Okay, your sacrum all the way up to your cervical and your head. Okay, so if you look at the human body, right, we are forward-moving beings. Okay, forward-moving. So that means we're pushing everything to the front of our body. We're using mostly all of the front muscles of our body. That's what we usually repetitively do. Everything we're doing is going forward, okay? So because of that, we have a tendency to overuse these front muscles, and when they get super strong, stronger than the backside muscles, then they get stuck in a shortened state, or they get really, really tight, okay? And when these muscles in the front get really, really tight, our shoulders come forward, our head comes forward, our posture slouches forward. And it's usually because these muscles on the front part of the body get overworked, and they become super strong, and they get extra tight because they are doing more of the work of protecting and stabilizing the joints compared to the backside. Okay, and that's how come those backsides they're getting weaker and looser, and so they're not doing as much as they should be doing when it comes to stabilizing the joint, and that's because of long-term just overuse of the body and possibly even poor posture habits. Okay, so these exercises is all about trying to strengthen all the muscles on the backside to allow balance in the whole body so you can maintain that good postured position, okay? Hey, just a quick note that if you're really enjoying this video that I'm providing for you, please give the video a like. It really helps out with just growing the audience. My goal is just to help people feel better. So if you want to help other people feel better, please just give this video a like. So let's dive into these exercises. First one, bilateral external rotation with scapular retraction, okay? This is a 3-time-a-week exercise, 3 sets, 10 repetitions. Let's click into it to see. So you're going to see here kind of like shoulders in a neutral position. If you want to, you can be seated. Okay, being seated will create more isolation into to focusing on these upper body and everything. But standing, there's good reasons to do it standing because it's just going to promote good posture habits while you're standing. Okay, but it is a good idea to do good posture habits while you're sitting as well. Right. So very easy, and keeping your arms at a 90-degree angle, and then you're rotating your arms out. Now, you don't want to think about just only rotating your arms out. You actually want to think about your shoulder blades pulling the whole arm back and out, okay? Yes, your arm is going to be rotating and doing a lot of work, but you really want to think about them working with your shoulder blades, okay? That scapular retraction of rotating it all back, okay? Let's check out the video, see how it's done. Okay, see, rotating the arms but then the shoulders are coming back a little bit. It's hard to see when you're just having a front view and everything. When you get to the very end, you want to think about squeezing all those muscles for about 2 seconds. Okay, do like a 1, 2, and then control it back. 1, 2, control it back to the front. Okay? All right. Head retractions. Okay, again, remember all the muscles in the front here, okay, they're tightening up and getting stronger. That's how come we have this head being forward, all right? Ideally, you want your cheekbone lined up with the collarbone, okay? So this is really simple. Again, you can be seated, you can be standing. Seating will make it a little bit more isolated. Standing will integrate it more with the rest of your body. And all you're doing is you're pulling your head straight back, okay? Notice how the chin's not going up. You know, the chin's going down a little bit, but it shouldn't really be going down. It should be on a neutral, whatever that neutral, comfortable position is, and then straight back. And again, holding it for a couple seconds in the back, really thinking about all these neck muscles in the back. You will feel a little bit of your shoulders because your traps actually run up to the back of your neck. So guess what? You're going to be using those muscles as well, right, to help with the movement and everything, but you just don't want to feel like you're dominant with that one, okay? You really want to think about just the neck muscle areas only, and don't think about trying to use those traps too much. Let's check out this video. And pulling it back. Okay, so you see how he's dropping his chin down just a little bit right there? That's a little too much, okay? You really want to think about that just straight back, okay? Straight back. And again, notice there's not a ton of movement there, okay? So don't expect like a ton of movement or anything like that, unless your head's way forward, okay? If your head's way forward, then there'll be more movement in that case, and then you might need to do a more specific posture workout if that's the case. Okay, another one, bird dog. 3 days a week again, 3 by 10 again. Okay, so the towel here is just to help out with the knees. If having your palms flat like that is kind of difficult with your wrists, then you can put your fist down. That's fine. You can use a pillow if the towel is just not enough padding or anything like that. And then all you're doing is you're extending opposite arm and opposite limb, okay? Opposite leg. So you don't think about trying to bring your arm up or your leg up as high as you can. It's more about trying to lengthen the body, okay? The whole point of this is engaging these oblique core muscles, okay? The whole trunk, all right? And using that to lengthen that spine, to decompress, okay? It's all about decompression, okay? That's the muscle's main job, is to decompress joints, all right? So this is a great like mobility, stretching, strengthening exercise that's going to do a lot to decompress that spine and maintain a good natural long spine that maintains good neutral posture. Okay, so opposite arm, opposite leg is going to reach away from each other, stretching out. Really think about holding it for about 2 count at the end range. So let's check this out. Yeah, so the height that the leg's going into is great. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, but you really want to focus on trying to lengthen. Okay, thinking about trying to push that whole leg out of the hip, push that shoulder out of the shoulder socket. Try to go past your ear. Okay, and then just feel that core keeping your body still. Okay, you want to try to minimize any kind of rotation or anything like that with your trunk and spine. Okay, it might be beneficial to put like a little water bottle like on your back right there on your spine. And then you can feel it if you're twisting too much, okay? That's just a little cheat to help out. But it does make it a little more difficult. Okay, prone hip extension. Same thing, 3 days a week, 3 sets of 10, holding a 2 count on this one. All right, so here you want to lay comfortably on your back, or on your stomach, excuse me, in a prone position. Now the hands right here are on the forehead, so your hands are like this, so that your hands can make enough room so that your nose isn't crushing into the floor, and it's just more comfortable that way. Okay, if it's more comfortable to have like a pillow or something like that, then you can do that and have your arms at your side or something. Okay, what you really want to do though is make sure that your whole spine is comfortable and aligned properly. Okay, so you don't want to have your head turned this way, because if your neck rotates one direction, then your lumbar spine rotates with it, and then all the spine in between, the thoracic spine, rotates the opposite direction. Okay, it's just, and you won't, no matter what, you'll be favoring one side versus the other, and you won't keep things symmetrical. Okay, so it's really important that you keep that neck straight so that everything else can be straight. Okay, and then simple, kind of like the same as the last bird dog exercise, but a little bit more of a focus on the up versus the out. You still want to think about having a long limb. Sometimes people will like use their hamstring a lot and they bend their knee, so you want to think about that limb staying as long as you possibly can, stretching it out, but then also kind of like lifting up, lifting through that heel of the leg, and you should feel that glute doing most of the work. Okay, hamstrings will be involved, your calf will even be involved a little bit, but you really want to feel like 80% or more of the work is coming from that glute. Okay, let's check out this video. Very simple. Reach out and up. Hold 1, 2, and then control down. Now, when you're doing any of these exercises and you're moving, really make sure you're not relaxing at the very bottom of the movement. Okay, you want to be working the whole time with that glute. So really feel that glute contract and lift. Feel that glute, control it back down, and keep it tight, and then back up. Okay, you can rest at the end of the set. Okay, after you do your 10 repetitions on the leg, then you can just relax it, and it doesn't have to do anything. But while you're doing the exercise, make sure you're working. That's like the most important thing. All right, you get to rest when you're done. When you're working, work. Okay, now we're getting into the daily stuff. All right, so some stretching exercises. Okay, gentle, easy stretching motions. All right, so this is a calf stretch, standing. Now, what's going to be really beneficial with this one is if your core is nice and tight, so a long spine. Okay, nice and long spine, just like you were doing with the bird dog. Then engaging the glute, okay, and then leaning forward, okay. By doing that, you're just going to create good postural habits, reinforcing good postural habits, and helping out with your calf and your foot. All right, let's check out the video. Reach, then just holding the position, okay. I find that holding the position is most beneficial for like a shorter amount of time. I would say 6 to 10 seconds at the most would be the longest amount of time you're going to want to hold it, okay, and then just do some repetitions like that. Anything longer than that seems to not be as beneficial. All right, and again, one set of 3. Yeah, I would do like 5 to 10 seconds, but 30 seconds. That's the maximum that you're going to want to do. But I just personally don't find it as beneficial doing it in lesser increments. Okay. Overhead reach. All right. So this one is to obviously try to lengthen and stretch out all the muscles that are on that side of the body. But in turn, you're going to be strengthening the muscles on this side of the body. You're going to do both sides. Okay. But nice and simple. You want to think about the ribs going straight down to the hip and trying to strengthen the core on that side while lengthening everything on this side. Let's check out the video. Nice and simple. See, everything's fixed here. This is lengthening. This is strengthening. Okay? Holding it for a 2 count. If you want, you can hold it longer, maybe like 5 seconds or 6 seconds, something like that. There's benefits for doing that. But very simple, very gentle. Again, you can do this one seated also if you want. Then obviously we're going to do the left side as well. Everything is exactly the same, just doing it on the left side. So the left side is stretching out here. The right side is strengthening here. So now in the strengthening thing, I'm not talking about like you're always trying to go as hard as you possibly can. I'm just saying that you're really focusing on just feeling these muscles contracting and pulling to kind of like lengthen things, okay? That's all it is. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so do we do all of them? All right, looks like we did. I'm having a problem missing like an exercise here or there. Okay, so this first one, external rotation, scapular retraction, 3 sets of 10. You want to do this 3 days a week. Head retraction, just pulling the head straight back, 3 sets of 10, 3 days a week. This rest part right here, this is the resting. This is 30-second breaks in between the sets and everything. Here you don't have that because it's just 1 set. Okay. Bird dog, reaching and stretching things out. Using that core to keep it all tight and stable. 3x10, 3 days a week. Prone hip extension. So using that glute, a little bit of the hamstring, a little bit of the calf, lifting the leg up, mostly the glute, that butt muscle. 3 sets of 10, 30 seconds in between each one, 3 days a week. Then here's your daily mobility stuff with the stretching on the calf and then the overhead reach. All right. And that's it. You made it to the end of the video. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to my thoughts and the information I gave you in order to help maintain and even improve a little bit on your posture. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback. Help me become a better provider of information so that people can feel better. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you again soon.